Hello, hello, Eveline. Nice to see you.
Hello. Nice to see you again, Camilla. How are you?
I'm fine, Eveline. I'm very happy to see you because number one, your name is gorgeous, Evelin Fab,
Thank you.
fabulous. Is it fabulous?
It's a shortening of my name, but yes.
That's it. And number two, you do things that are stunning. You are kind of role model for me, and I'm very curious of your way of impacting people. It's easy to understand and find at the first start that you're a really successful person, and I would love you to share with us how you do that. How do you impact your world? How do you impact your target audience, and what the woman can do to be so successful in her impact as you are?
Okay, thank you for the introduction. But before I start, because I don't know what to answer, no, I'm joking.
True. Answer the truth.
I would love to clarify a little bit what success means.
For you, go on.
I think that success could mean different things for different people or for different women. And you calling me successful is making me blush because I'm not used to considering myself successful, by the way. And that's a problem that we should address, because women are, let's just say that maybe we are more shy and we don't really call ourselves successful like a man would. Do you think so?
I totally agree, but if you say something like that, I have to ask you, what does it mean for you to be successful then? And let's compare it with my consideration of success.
Okay, that's a very good question. And I will tell you that it meant different things at different moments in time. So in order to answer, could I just go back a little bit and tell you a bit of my story and how my story impacted my, let's say, vision about success? Okay, thank you. So I started with internet marketing a really long time ago, almost 20 years ago, although I like to call it 18. And this number, I don't think it will ever change. So 10 years from now, I will still say 18 years ago. And I was really young. At that time, I just wanted to create community. So I had this vision of creating community for my women, for some women. And I actually ended up creating the largest women's community in my country. Okay, we had like 300,000 women inside the community, and 20,000 women were active each day. Okay, that was a huge thing. That was before Facebook. So for me in the beginning, success, because I didn't have anything else. I didn't have a family. I didn't, success was just creating this community of amazing women. And it's, by the way, very similar to how I envision success right now. Creating this amazing community of women and offering them help with their problems, okay? Then we migrated from that. We started becoming a business. I started building a business, but in the beginning, it was just a passion for me. Then it turned into a business, and success. The concept of success meant something else, meant being a business leader. Although I was still very young, it was maybe becoming a good manager. Maybe also I was a little bit vain at that time. So it also meant a little bit maybe of fame or I don't know how to call it, but something very different than before. I had this business. Then 2008 came when it was actually the crisis, and I lost this business in 2008, 2009. And then my notion of success totally changed. What does success mean for me? Because I didn't understand it anymore. Then I built a second business, okay? And then again, success meant having business success. But having business success does not equal having success. That's actually why I wanted to clarify this notion. I was a mom of 3. I am a mom of 3, but I was working 16 hours per day for my business, being stressed and anxious. And yes, building a business that was making really good money, but I didn't feel successful because I was not seeing my kids. I could not spend time with them as much as I wanted. I was always acting like that tough person that has to deliver instead of living the life that he has. Okay. 2020 came, or actually before 2020, I decided that I cannot go on having that type of success because my body couldn't handle it anymore. My family couldn't handle it anymore. I couldn't handle it anymore. Okay. So in 2020 or 2021, actually, after the pandemic, when success meant survival, actually. After the pandemic, I remembered that for me, success means living my passions and trying to understand what my calling is, and caring or spending more time with my kids and my family. So it's a totally different version of success. Creating community, helping my women that I'm really passionate about, and so on. I made a huge definition of success, or the huge history of success, but I think that this is really important to, before trying to be successful, to try to define and understand what success really means for us. Does that make sense?
It makes really a lot of sense. A lot of sense. Do you want to gain a lot of money, or do you want to, for example, gain enough and have time for your family, your kids, your passion, or simply do the work that you love to do and help people that you want to help the way that you want? Is that what you want to tell us?
I think today I could tell you that you can have both things. So I think that you can also make a lot of money and also spend time with your family or with the dear ones, and also have following your passion, because your passion could become a business too. But I think that you have to connect all these dots in a different order. So if you are, and I talked about it yesterday, but a little bit different. If you are trying to follow the money could come, but you will do it from maybe with a masculine energy, or maybe pushing, or maybe hustling, or maybe having that goal. Okay, you could reach it, but you will forget all the other things. But if you are coming from a place of, I can have this life. I can have this success. I can do things in a different way. Things are coming a little bit easier, and this is not necessarily woo attraction, law of attraction stuff. You being with an open heart and with open possibilities and with a smile on your face, at least sometimes, you could magnetize people, you could magnetize money, you could build success on your own terms. And I think that this is really important.
Wow, do I hear you well that the essence of your impact is your calmness?
My calmness?
Yeah.
No. No, I'm not calm. I think that if you would ask me which is my essence, I never thought about it right until now, but I thought about my favorite word. I thought about that at some point, and I think it is love.
Wow, the strongest word ever.
I'm not sure. I don't know if it is the strongest, but it is the strongest for me. So it's not necessarily purpose, which a lot of people have. I want to follow my purpose or to find my purpose. I don't think about it in these terms, but what I know I can deliver and what I know I can do and what I know is important for me is sharing a little piece of love, you know, caring for my people, caring for my kids, caring for the people that I know, for my community, sometimes even for myself, although I have to work a little bit on that.
Working on yourself, caring of yourself, certainly. I am afraid that very many women have to care about themselves more. I call you to definitely love, but you mean it's your impact is giving love to others, and does it affect also the clients? Certainly.
I really love my women. So if that was the question, if I am right now, I could think about the people that are in my life, in my business life.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think I have a client which I do not love. Or I don't think I have a client that is not my friend or that I'm, you know, because especially as a coach, I don't know for other businesses, but also for other businesses, but especially as a coach, you are spending time with your people, with your clients. I'm calling them my people, my women.
Mm-hmm.
You are spending time with them. You are answering their questions. You are guiding them to achieve their goals, to build their missions, to find their purposes, okay? So it's a lot of energy. And if you are only spending energy and not getting energy back, it's a cold business.
Definitely. Cold business.
And we have to be in a warm business, especially us women, because this is what is giving us energy back.
Okay, so what gives you the energy back in this constellation?
Creating things, having ideas. I have always been really good at creating things and not so good at managing long term. Communicating with people, communicating with my women, helping my women, helping them not only with their business goals, but also with their lives, because once again, these are
Everything
very
is
much
connected.
connected.
Yeah.
You cannot have an amazing business without having an amazing life, or the other way around, unfortunately, or fortunately. What is feeding me? Having time with my kids, seeing them, helping them grow into amazing adults, and also some really simple things that I used to forget they existed while I told you, working 16 hours per day. Like having the basil that is growing in my garden, you know.
Oh yeah. Oh gosh. You know, I had no idea that our conversation will take us to the energy balance.
Basil.
And to basil, yeah, which I absolutely admire and love, yes, and I could eat it every day.
Yeah.
But whenever I work with my clients, which are the ladies as well, it always goes to one point, the energy balance, because we have many challenges. We have well, creation takes a lot of energy. Certainly, sales takes a lot of energy, for sure, and family takes a lot of energy as well. And you have to charge the energy from somewhere, for sure. And interesting thing is that you are a business lady and you never mention the money. How does it work? Because an income is also the source of energy, isn't it?
Yes, not only the income, but yes. Oh, okay. First of all, I told you that I used to have the income without having the energy and without having the fulfillment. So that, for one thing, will prove that the income is not the only source of energy.
It's not the only source of energy.
Okay. I really do believe that valuing yourself and your work is important, because you have to feed yourself first, not feed with food, feed your soul first, and your mindset and your body, in order to be able to feed the other people, to nourish your clients, your kids, your family, your community, your friends, and so on. So I really believe that money is important, revenue is important, but it is not the only important thing. There are the most important thing is discovering, first of all, discovering your values, then being true to your values, and then, if we talk about business, because we are here to talk about business, building a business that takes into your account your set of values, so that you are still true to yourself while building your business, while trying to get that revenue that you want to get. I have so many women that are telling me, yes, I tried to do this, but I was not aligned with the way that I was doing it. And then I got maybe ill, or maybe exhausted, or I didn't get the results, or I couldn't do the actions, follow the strategy anymore, because I felt that it was not for me. And if there is a message about that, a very important one is that there is a strategy for everyone. You don't have to follow somebody else's strategy. You don't have to follow something that someone taught you to be the right thing to do.
And what should be followed?
Sorry?
What should be followed?
Your strategy, your heart, and because you mentioned sales, can I say something about sales? And this is when I started selling one-on-one, okay, which I'm doing right now, on top of all the other mindset blocks and issues that I had, there was the idea that, okay, I cannot sell myself. I don't want to sell myself. But I knew that I have to do it. So I took a bunch of training from the best salesperson in the world, salespeople. And guess what? I think I told you that story, or maybe not. This amazing, not the best, I would say the most well-known. These amazing, well-known salespeople are men.
Thank you for this information. And
they are teaching you how to be the effing alpha in the room, how to put pressure on the other person, how to make an offer that is valid only right now, only in the next 24 hours or 12 hours, how to have this amazing set of bonuses that are only today and will expire tomorrow, like you. And all this fakeness and all this pushing and hustling is making women run away, actually. And is making us
I guess, and we don't feel good doing something.
We don't feel good.
I don't know, what is your impression? I hate doing this.
I thought for myself that I could be the alpha in the room from time to time, but I was sure that my women would not be aligned with that. Okay. So I created another system that works wonders, especially when you're a woman, especially when you're working with women, or when you're trying to sell or serve other women. You don't have to be the alpha in the room. You can start by listening.
That's it. You have to start listening. I want to ask you, of course, what is this method? But before I do that, I want to share two things. One, the world of business was created by men, and we all work on male patterns of behaviors and communication. Women were at home with kids, with grandparents, with parents, not in the business. So all the business canons are created on the basis of male patterns of communication and behaviors, definitely. And number two, here is the paper. It's very, it's certainly not to be published, because it's the paper that I take every time that something comes to my mind and I write down on it. It has, well, the traces of some food even. I'm not going to throw it away, never, ever. I'll put it into the frame soon. But what came to my mind is that we the women, well, men love to fight, and it's visible even in sales.
To hunt. They were hunters.
They are hunters. We want to attract. We
created community.
We are the women, aren't we? And we attract people. Simply sexual behaviors in sales. Yes. It looks like that. Number two, they love rivalry. And you talk about alphas. I'm better, right?
Exactly.
And we, the women, we prefer the relationships.
Exactly.
Your community, my community, of course. We, the women, are emotional. Have you ever heard, Evelyn, tell me that emotionality in business is not allowed, or there are no emotions in business?
You have to think in a logical way. It's a business. I have a quote that is actually from a movie that I used to watch over and over again. You've Got Mail. I don't know if you know it, but it's not personal, it's business. No, actually the quote is from The Godfather, but it's not personal, it's business. Well, for us, business could be personal. Guess what?
That's it. It is personal.
Exactly.
And yeah, we are emotional. Gentlemen prefer to do things on the basis of rational triggers, right? And as the negotiator, I have the experience that basically, even if there are rational facts that allows you to make a decision, it's always the feeling, the emotion that allows you to make the decision at the end, nothing else. Because rational, well, the facts bring you to this emotion that allows you to make the decision. And if you understand that, you're home. You manage your own emotions then. What do you think about it?
Yeah, this is the way that we have to allow ourselves to grow our businesses,
Yeah.
Exactly as you said, men were hunters. Women were with kids and with the elder around the fire. So the women were creating the community. So this is what we have in our nature. When I was younger,
Yeah,
a little bit younger, I used to love Gary Vee. I don't know if you know Gary Vee. He's that famous marketer.
Hello, Gary Vee.
Gary Vee was my love. And now I could look into a different direction very easy. And he was always talking about hustle, do more of that. You don't have the results that you want, multiply your actions by 100 and so on. And I thought that Gary Vee is right. Okay. And he was right, but not for us. This is the exact male energy, or
do more.
Masculine thing of strategy of achieving results. Can we do that? Yes, we can. Can we do it long term? Maybe, but it will lead to illness, burnout, anxiety, stress, lack of alignment, and whatnot.
That's it.
And broken families, probably. And by families, I don't mean the relationship between us and our partners. I mean the relationship which is so much more important, the relationship between us and our kids.
Definitely, that are really power engine, this relationship with our kids, isn't it? And another distinguish, they like to do things with strength. They like to force things. We prefer to use the power.
I like
your smile.
I like this word. Yeah.
What's the difference? I'm curious of your reaction. Gentlemen love to have things done fast. Of course, it's nice to have fast results. This is true. We like to have things done in a good manner. Perfect. Looking good. Done well. What do you think?
First, I will answer from my perspective. I'm an Aries. I don't know if you know anything about Aries, but I have patience was something that I always despised. I didn't understand how can someone tell me to have patience, because if I want to do something, I want to do it right away, right now, you know. In theory, I would still love to have it right away, everything that I imagine, but in practice, I noticed that it doesn't happen always like this, okay? And it is so much more fulfilling to do it in a way that everything, whatever we desire, to do it in a way that can be followed in a pattern that can be followed for a longer period of time, or that is in alignment with who we are, okay? It is the difference between push and build. Mm-hmm. And I really think that we are amazing at building things. We are creators. We are creators of life, okay? And we can use the same traits to create our businesses, to create our lives too. And yeah, it is power.
It sounds very poetic. It's beautiful. And of course, I totally agree with you. I think the same.
It sounds poetic, but it is not. It is using your tools.
Definitely.
Tools.
And for me, this is the source of our power, true power. The impact that we can make on others, the impact we can make on the world has the source within us and within those superpowers that are written on this dirty paper. But we have to first allow ourselves to accept it.
Mm-hmm.
Because very many women simply do not understand that we can act our way, not the masculine way, our own way, and to build this power on the basis of the female characters, right?
I was that woman that didn't understand that. I was that woman.
Me too. Because we were brought in the world, created, well, in the culture, basically created by men, mostly for men. Maybe it's not popular what I say, and if politically correct, let's check it. Maybe Facebook will block it, let's see. But women had rather the service role in society and community, right? And now it's changing. Mm-hmm. And everything was created by men, mostly for men, maybe except marriage, but it's for another conversation.
Still for men, but yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And now things are changing, but we don't have female patterns of acting that would be validated. Mm-hmm. Or allowed, I don't know, officially. We have to create them.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yes, I was that woman. You have been that woman. And this is because we have been conditioned to live in a certain way, to believe that things are done in a certain way. And we have our role models, okay? If our role models were Gary Vee that was saying hustle, 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 then we got the idea that we have to hustle.
But you know, it's not only in masculine role models. Let me, public for the first time in lifetime, the story of me and my mom. My father died when I was a kid. And I had the role model of a horribly, amazingly strong woman that was bringing up 2 kids just by herself. And
same.
And I was absolutely convinced that being a powerful woman means to be a woman like my mother. And what happened? When I was getting divorced, my mom stood with my ex-husband and she said that I'm acting wrong. And now I understand why I have this confusion with, many times when I meet men on the business basis and I'm like, I am the negotiator, I should be so strong, but I'm simply afraid, right? I'm simply afraid of them. Just like that. And, you know, it's not obvious. It looks strange. Strong woman, not having any other men in her life, not officially at least. I don't know. And I don't want to, but you know, I thought I had the pattern of the strong woman, but I basically had the pattern of the woman that was not willing to marry again, get married again, because she didn't want to be obedient again.
Okay. Wow.
Wow.
Okay. And while we're sharing about our personal lives and moms, I have a very similar story. My mom got divorced. Actually, my father left, so they got divorced when I was very little, and I was raised by the strong mom and by my strong grandmother that was alone, but my grandfather died before I got born. So I was raised by 2 very strong women, and because of their situation, my mom always told me that I should never rely on a man. I should be the only one that is capable of doing things and capable of, so I should only rely on myself. And while this is good advice, you could say that this is a good advice, I never knew how to ask for anything. More than that, I used to refuse any help at any given moment. And I got things so much more difficult than by having maybe help from, not necessarily from a man, you know, but being part of a community or being part of a circle of people helping each other. I was not part of that, because I was taught that everything that I have to build, that I build, I will build it alone because I can. And yes, I could, but did it give me fulfillment? I'm not so sure.
That's the point. The point is to find the balance. Women and men are equally important, and women and men are equally fulfilling life of each other, if we have a healthy approach to that, right? But it affects absolutely every area of life, business and parenting and the age of your life, right? The autumn, everywhere. Wow, what a conclusion.
Yeah. That was not only about business, was it?
Well, it's all connected, isn't it?
It is.
Our life is also a mirror of our business, or opposite. Our business is a mirror of our life and of our paradigm of everything, of course. Wow. What energy. But I certainly want to ask you, what is this amazing female way of selling, if you want to share, because you can also invite ladies to go to your channels and find it by themselves, but maybe just a sentence about it.
Yes. First of all, it came from something that I wanted for myself. So I'm that selfish. I was thinking, okay, what could help me? And what I wanted for myself was to not put pressure on myself and to not put pressure on the other person. Okay. And you pressure could mean so many things. Pressure could mean not putting pressure in a sales meeting, or pressure could also mean not having to create launches that are taking a lot of energy and a lot of time and a lot of space, or not having to do, I don't know, 55-day challenges, or, you know, all these models that are amazing, but are eating somehow our energy, you know? So that was the first thing that I wanted. The next thing was to be able to improve from one instance to the other. So for example, if you are doing launches, and your first launch will never be your most amazing launch. Let's agree with that. Your next opportunity to improve your strategy, or even the way in which you show up, will be after 1 month or 60 days or 90 days. So not necessarily tomorrow. Okay. So these were the things that I wanted to play with. Then what I knew I would resonate with, and what I knew my women would resonate with, is coming from a place of really caring about your people, even if it sounds woo, even if it sounds poetic. It could be, but it is not. Because once you understand what does that woman, what does Camila want, what are the results that she wants, these are the results, okay? Will I be able to deliver those results? Yes or no? Will I even love to work with her? Yes or no? Okay. Is she able to take the leap? Does she really want to create that transformation in her life? Yes or not? If all these are yes, and you really understand the situation, and you understand that you can help that person, and you understand that that person is actually telling you, I need help with this, then it is not about selling. I don't call it selling. It is somehow your duty. It's your duty to offer your help. And this is not selling. I know what you want. I understood your situation. I know I can deliver that. I can help you. Do you want it or not? And it's not your place to push it on them. It's their decision to make. But if you can help them, if they need your help, if you would enjoy working with them, then it is your duty to help. And this comes from a totally different energy. It's the energy of serving, it's the energy of love, offering your help, as opposite to the energy of pushing and convincing and making a deal that they cannot, too good to be refused today, because it will go away tomorrow anyhow.
Yeah. But it also takes a lot of patience, doesn't it?
No, I don't. I disagree. I think that the results can be faster like this.
Wow.
I thought
Well,
so.
it sounds really like mom, like a mommy, you know? Wow.
Yeah, because if you are working with women, and I'm working with women, women are resonating more to this than to push. So they will open up. They will tell me not only about their business, they are telling me about their lives and their dreams and their reasons, their true reasons for wanting to build a business, because we don't really want to build businesses for the sake of building businesses. We want them to be able to have freedom, or to be able to have to offer a better education for our kids, or to be able to spend more time with our kids, or to be able to feel fulfilled, or to feel that we have to make our kids proud of who we are. So there are so many reasons.
Yeah. Another difference I noted is accomplishments or achievements on the male side and helping others on female side. Exactly what you say now in business, right? Because I think I could never say something like that about life itself, although, you know, in Polish, we have sentence that men have to build a house, plant the tree, and have a son. Accomplishment, 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 right? Done. And woman wants to help, wants to develop, wants to bring up. And this is exactly what you do.
Yeah. Do you want me to tell you something?
Of course.
to say a nasty thing? Well, guess what? Women are building houses too right now.
Of course. And having sons.
And having sons, yeah.
We both are the best examples.
Yeah.
Evelyn, I think this conversation is absolutely stunning, amazing. And I want to thank you very, very much. It's very interesting. And if you agree, let's have another one soon.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for this meeting and see you soon.
Yeah, thank you.